Hey guys, Welsknight here, and welcome back to another episode from the Hermitcraft server. Hope you guys are having an awesome day. I'm having a great day. There's a random parrot. Hi. You're not my parrot. How did you get here? Anyway, before we get into the episode, I have a little bit of an announcement to make. As many of you probably know, Xisuma is doing his fan art gallery project thing and has been working on it for a while. And he's been going around all the various hermits and getting fan art from the community. And it is now my turn. So if you are interested in submitting fan art, Welsknight fan art, to be in that gallery, there is a PDF document in the description of the video. I'm not going to go into a ton of detail because you've probably heard most of this in other Hermits videos who've already been part of this project. So I'm not going to go into huge lengths, but basically there's a PDF document in the description that goes over all the information you got to know. Make sure you read it if you are interested in submitting, because there are some specific requirements regarding like the size and dimensions and things like that of the various art pieces. But basically the short version is that you have until June. It is May right now. You have until June 7th, which is roughly 3 weeks from the time this video goes live. And if you are going to submit anything, you email it to me and I will review the submissions, and the email address is in that PDF document. So, yeah, hopefully that will be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to seeing all the cool stuff. It does not have to be new fan art that was made specifically for this. If you have something you drew 2 years ago and you want to submit that, that's totally fine. You're welcome to do so. But yeah, that's going on. That's the thing that's happening. As I said, you have until June 7th to submit whatever you would like. So yeah. Anyway, today I do want to do some work on the castle. As soon as it's time to sleep. Please. Son, I see you going down. I want to do some work on the castle. It's been a while since we've done anything here. I will actually pull back the curtain just a little bit. I did actually record an entire Hermitcraft episode a couple of days ago, and then I realized when I was going to edit it that, like a genius, I forgot to turn on my microphone. Or well, more accurately, there was an update to OBS and it changed my microphone settings to, like, not recognize my microphone. Yeah. So there are some things that are different. You may have already noticed. In the grand hall here, we did a bunch of different stuff. We added like a little seating area over here, some sort of, I guess you would call them bleachers, some seating for, you know, the king's court. We added some armor stands and picture frames and bookshelves and different things in here to kind of just liven up this area, because before it was basically just like this red carpet and the throne. And then like these two armor stands and these bookshelves, and that was it. There was nothing else in here. It was just very barren and empty, and I wanted to do something about that. So we added in, as I said, the bleachers. We added in some paintings and different things. We also added in a couple of potted plants and bushes and stuff like that to kind of add a little greenery in here, and I think it looks much nicer now. It's much more lively and inviting and interesting. I also did a couple of the smaller rooms in the castle that honestly are kind of easy to forget about. Ooh, hiccups. Excuse me. That are kind of easy to forget about. Like this tower, for example, I turned it into like a little double bedroom. A guest bedroom, if you will. So just a couple of beds, some chests to act as foot lockers, a little desk in the corner. Nothing too crazy. The goal is not to make these rooms crazy detailed and all that sort of stuff. It was more just to put something here so that when you're walking through the castle, you don't walk into a room and go, oh, this isn't done. It's more the goal to just put something there. And for example, another room that we did something with was this tower over here, which I decided this would be like where the scribe works, or the, you know, the court scholar or something. It's like his little office with a desk, some paper on the desk, couple of bookshelves. Again, not a crazy over detailed room, nothing super complicated. Just wanted to put something here so that as you're walking through the room, as you're walking through the castle, you don't just find an empty room. So now there's really only one actual room inside the castle itself that hasn't been done. And that is this room right here, which I want to make sort of like a laundry room slash bathroom. And I think we should be able to do that relatively easily. I have some ideas. So I'm going to get a couple of things together for that, and then we'll get started on it. Okay, I think I have everything we need. We're also going to tackle this area out here today, I think, after we finish the laundry room. Probably. We'll see how long the laundry room takes. I do actually want to do it on camera because we don't do a ton of building on camera. So let's do the laundry room together. But if we finish this in a reasonable amount of time, we might tackle this area outside, which I want to turn into this nice sort of like outdoor patio garden type area that I think will be really nice. But yeah, first things first, we need to make a laundry room. So I think the first thing that every laundry room needs is, actually, we probably want to make this 3 wide. So let's go there. And that way there's actually a water source in here too. Is that too big for a tub? Slash like washing. We're thinking like wash rack slash tub. We're going to get rid of the torch and go with lanterns instead. Let's hang a lantern up there. Does that actually give us enough light? Yes, it does, to prevent anything from spawning. Just a single lantern. Okay, cool. So now, let me grab a couple of dark oak stairs. And I think we want to make like a little table. Do we want to go just 2? Yeah, probably something along those lines. And I'm just going to put a little thingamadoodle there, just like a little red carpet representing, you know, towels, linens, that sort of thing. Now, as far as a wash rack... Oh, do I have any banners left? I've got 1. That might work. Can you hang a banner on this? Yeah, that totally looks like a hanging towel. Okay, and we can make another one. I do need a crafting bench, though. There we go. And a steak. Let's just make a light blue banner. So we just hang a couple of towels up there on the wall. And then do we want to put a painting in here? This is the downstairs. So I don't know that this would necessarily be a super fancy room. But maybe maybe like a little... Oh, that's way too big. Can we do like a 3x2? Are there any 3x2s? I don't think so. I think it's just 2x... Okay. That is definitely a painting. I kind of want it back. Yeah, we're going with this one. With the villagers looking derpy. I'm all for it. I think this is a reference to that one famous painting where it's like the farmer and his wife or something like that, and the one guy's holding the pitchfork. I think it's a slight reference to that, but I forget the name of the painting. You guys probably know what I'm talking about. The Simple Life, is it called? It might be called The Simple Life. Anyway, so put that up on the wall there. And then maybe we just do like a little shelf here. Although if we're going to do a shelf there, it probably should be something other than spruce. I thought I had some dark oak trapdoors, but it doesn't look like it. So I guess I'll just make some more. Not a big deal. Grab some dark oak logs. And let's make like 4 of them. So it would be something like that, maybe? That's a little too big. Maybe we do that instead. Yeah, I think I like that a little better. And then we can put like just a single tripwire hook here to sort of represent a faucet. Although I don't know, I think they had, I feel like I should know this, but I think they had running water and plumbing in the Middle Ages, although it wasn't super common. But we'll put it there. It's fine. It's a fantasy castle. They can have running water if I say that they have running water. Do we like it better in the middle? No, I think we like it better on one side. Let's put it there. That'll look a little better. And then we've got this space up here. Up here, I think we can do maybe another couple of shelves. Just like that. And then, you know what? It is a bathroom. We probably should put, like, a toilet in here. That's kind of important. Let's go like that. Let's actually turn those into stripped logs. That's not a great toilet at all. That doesn't really work. And I don't want to use quartz and make like a porcelain proper toilet. I'm looking more for like the outhouse type, you know. Like I wish I could put a trapdoor at half block height. That would be perfect. But you know what? It's fine. We don't need it. It's a fancy castle. This is more of a laundry room and actual bath room rather than a place where you go to, you know, use the toilet. But yeah, I think this is good. This gives us that will make this room like a proper actual room. We do need a door though for this room. So let's do that real quick. Because the last thing you want to do is have your king or something. Actually, let's go spruce door, I think. 6. There we go. Yeah, I think spruce door is the way to go for this. And there we go. So that way we've got our nice little room. And once again, I think that fills the last room in the castle. We've got our pantry. We've got our laundry room. We've got our kitchen over here. And then going upstairs, I think all the rooms up there are all filled as well. So, hi, Riley. So yeah, I think I'm going to get some stuff together. I think I'm going to get some stuff together for our next project. And then we'll get started on that. Now, one thing we are going to need a massive quantity of is flowers. So we're over here at Pearl's Flower Shop. And I don't know that it really matters what type of flowers we get. I kind of want to just get a little bit of everything. So let's just grab 4 stacks of the pitcher plants. We're going to need quite a lot of roses. In fact, I may, well, 2 things of peonies. I think is it just me or is my shader making these look all funky? I don't know. Well, no, you know what? We'll just get those. These are really easy to make a ton more of. So I don't need to go too crazy. I can just bone meal them. But tulips. Definitely want some tulips. I'm assuming all of these are 1 diamond per whatever, yeah. Let's grab a couple stacks of those. Couple stacks of those. We don't really need poppies. I mean, we kind of do. I guess we'll get some dandelions, even though I probably have a fair amount of those. I will get some of these guys. And we will get some of those guys as well. And then maybe a couple of these too. I think what I really need to do is make a shulker box that's just dedicated to to all the flowers. And we'll put this coarse dirt in there as well, which we will end up using. Daisies. Some of these. We're just going to get a little bit of everything. Because it's going to be a garden that has just tons and tons and tons of flowers and things. And you know what? Whatever I don't use will just end up in the storage room. So there we go. That should be enough to get us started. I wish she had more of these, whatever they're called. I forget. But it looks like she's sold out of them at the moment. So, ooh, yeah, these though, these could be good. Let's get like quite a few of those actually. Because those I think I'll end up using for other stuff anyway, and I don't have any right now. So yeah, we'll get the pink petals too. Okay, flowers obtained. Now to the garden. Now, honestly, I don't know if we'll finish this today because I have some plans for the extravagance of this garden. I want it to be very, very fancy, and there's more to do than just putting flowers everywhere. But we can kind of get started laying out some of the areas and things like that. Like back here, we've got this kind of little bit that doesn't really matter. So let's go and start thinking about pathways. And I think what we want to do is just kind of mark out something like this. Wow, I forgot that they did that. Blocks. They finally fixed it. I've been waiting 10 years for that update. You know, the thing is, right, for the longest time, Minecraft had that sound imbalance. They finally fixed it in this most recent version. And I haven't broken grass in the new update until just now, so I almost forgot about it. But it was so bad that I even went so far as to consider making a resource pack that just balanced all the audio levels of every sound effect in the game. But I decided it was too much work. And it would have been. There are so many sound files that you don't even think about. Okay, anyway. Let's just go ahead and put some coarse dirt in. Over here. And then this will kind of be one area that is mostly flowers. Now, we may make a pathway through here that kind of leads to this back corner. It could be kind of cool to have like a little coffee table / something back here just to kind of take advantage of this space. I think that could be kind of nifty. Is it night already? I swear I just slept. Holy cow. The time, it flies. Sleep. There we go. But yeah, maybe like a little seating area back there that you can kind of, if we can get up there, there we go, that you can kind of just walk through a little path to get to. We could probably make it out of oak, perhaps? It's like a little... There's a little something like that, basically. Could be kind of nice. Or maybe we actually... I wish this was an odd number instead of an even one. But maybe what we could do instead, this could be kind of cool. Maybe we can do like a little swing. I don't know if this is going to work. I haven't attempted it, but I have an idea. So we can kind of mimic like a little, like one of those porch swings, essentially. A bench, you know, it's like a bench that swings back and forth. You see them on like porches and stuff. Except I don't have any fences. Why no, I have fences? Okay, it's fine. We'll make some fences. We are going to need a crafting bench as we work on all of this. Oh, I do have fences. I was going to say, I swear there are some in here. But, you know, something like this, if we bring that up pretty high, that could work. Although it doesn't really work right here because of this wall. This wall makes it look really not good. Okay, it was an idea, but we can maybe use that somewhere else in this whole garden area. I'll think of something. For now, we'll just go back to our little table idea. Could do something like that and then just do just a real simple little table. You know, maybe we strip this log and just, there you go. You know, so just a little seating area. Nothing too crazy. A little place you can sit and talk and maybe have a cup of coffee or tea or whatever. But then we need a way to get back there. So let's make just a little pathway here. And I want it to kind of get thicker as it gets closer to over here. Yeah, that should work. There. Something along those lines. And then that means we now have our area for all the flowers. So we can go, for example, some rose bushes in the back here. You know, we want to get some of these two high flowers mixed in. Let's grab, where are the peonies? Peonies, there we go. We can mix a few of these in as well. Maybe there, here, there. Just get a few different things in. And then it just becomes a matter, I don't need all these diamonds in my inventory. And then it's just, let's mix in some different colors of tulips. So just a couple little bits here and there. The goal is to ultimately have this nice kind of little, that's red on red. I don't love that. Orange maybe, white, orange, white, red, pink. And go red there. Probably want to get some other flowers too. Maybe the cornflowers could look nice. That'll get us a little blue in here as well. Just a few. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. I'm liking that. And then once we actually get back here, I think I want to switch it back to grass. Because the coarse dirt is more supposed to represent like mulch, essentially, or like a well-maintained landscaped area. You know, it's essentially soil. It's not just you know, dirt. So maybe we can do something like this. In fact, let's get rid of you. Oh, I got rid of one too many. Throw an orange one there. Can mix in maybe an orange one there as well. There we go. There. That's looking a little better. Yeah. Okay. I'm liking where this is going. So there we go. That kind of gets a start of how this is all going to go, I think. We'll put something there, maybe like a flower pot or something. I don't know what exactly, but I do have a flower pot here. Let's go flower pot, and let's grab one of these lilies of the valley. And we'll just put that there. Yeah, that's nice. I like it. Okay. So, yeah, there we go. This is kind of the idea for the garden, is we're going to do stuff like this. We'll have these sort of walkways through, and I want to have kind of terraced areas, but that's going to involve a lot more laying out. I also want to turn this to kind of like a gazebo is kind of what I'm thinking, or maybe the gazebo is not the right term, like a trellised sitting patio area. Or I was originally considering having a proper roof to match like these ones up here that kind of went up here at an angle, but I don't know. I don't know about that. That would help fill up this space on the wall. I don't know. I have to think about it. But I think we're going to save most of that for next episode, which should be fairly quick because I'm going to keep working on that. I'm going to keep working on this once I'm done with this one. We're simply out of time today, and I just wanted to get a start in the garden. But anyway, guys, that is going to do it for today's episode. If you enjoyed the video, you know what to do. Don't forget about the Xisuma fan art gallery submission thing if you're interested in that. But otherwise, my friends, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.